Hello, beloveds. This is Sophia Mona Lisa of the Roseville Mystery School. And I am thrilled beyond belief to share with you my latest creation that has been inspired by Sophia. As always, she inspires all of my work. And this is the Millestra Inspiritus Sanctuary. It is a sanctuary that has been created to provide metamorphic equine retreats. And so, as with all of our work through the Roseville Mystery School, this is all about providing an alchemical experience. So, this is why the theme of the retreats that we will be doing is transformation through embodiment and service through embodied love. Now, the link to the new page on my website can be seen here below, where you can go to it and find out more about it. I am going to be sharing more about it with you towards the end of this presentation. The reason why I'm coming on to share this with you is because it is actually a part of the metamorphic underworld retreat that is coming up, that'll be initiated Saturday the 22nd. I am hosting here my second metamorphic retreat. And because this metamorphic journey is transmuting the Leo divine royalty goddess into the Pisces divine mother goddess, we are really going to be focused through the week of this retreat on embodying our divine self. So we're going to be working with having self-compassion, having self-mercy, having self-forgiveness, providing ourselves with the space of grace to be able to feel the compassion of the love that we are, to feel the mercy of the love that we are, to feel the forgiveness from the love that we are. And of course, we're going to be doing this through various modalities and practices where we can experience and practice non-attachment and non-judgment. So we are going to be working very, very closely with the Divine Mother frequencies through the week. Now, at the beginning of each metamorphic retreat, we have what I call a metamorphic fire ceremony. And so we will be doing that Saturday night. Saturday night, if you will recall, that is the day that we are having what's known as the metamorphic seed point of the metamorphic underworld journey. This is where the sun and Venus retrograde come together in a conjunction in the underworld. And so in our metamorphic fire ceremony, again, we are engaging alchemy so that we can calcinate those aspects that are ready to be calcinated, that have come into our awareness through the whole Leo divine royalty goddess, and call in aspects of our divine selves that we would like to embody more of through the Pisces goddess journey. Now, I've done something unique for this particular metamorphic retreat because it is the archetype of the Divine Mother. I have created for us to use throughout the retreat with each one of our events, and to even really begin our day each day through the retreat. I have created for us a Divine Mother altar to use. Now, myself and wind song. Through our shamanic priestess process and our high priestess process are very, very familiar with using the practice of creating an altar, very, very familiar with using the practice of calling in the directions. And we are going to be using the directions as provided by Barbara Handclough. Here are the influences, so to speak, of each of those directions that Barbara Handclough speaks to. What is new here, and which absolutely synchronistically coincides with our work through the Leo Divine Royalty Goddess Journey, is that Barbara Handclough includes a 7th direction, the direction of the heart. And of course, our Leo Goddess Journey has been all about connecting deeper and deeper with our Christ heart as the higher octave of the heart chakra. So each of these embodiments of the Divine Mother that are going to be holding the sacred space for each one of these directions was inspired to me by Sophia. So this is a beautiful altar that I've created that will be portable, that we can take wherever we go to use, that I'm really excited for us to be able to use through the week. Now, the other thing that I was inspired to do was to be able to offer this Divine Mother altar that I have created, and with the Divine Mother aspects that Sophia has inspired, to offer this to you if you would like to purchase one of these altars for yourself. The reason I'm offering this purchase is if you are considering taking my Sacred Feminine classes and working with our Pisces Goddess classes, you may very well like to have this Divine Mother altar to work with through those Pisces Goddess classes. If you are doing my Christ Heart Mentorship Program or my Sophia Christ Mentorship Program, you may like to have this altar again to more consciously engage with those programs. Or if you just have a very deep connection to the Divine Mother and would like to have an altar that is easy to store, easy to transport, this is an option for you. The altar itself is $40. That does include taxes and shipping. It is mounted and it is 18 by 24. So it is a nice size altar that you can lay down if you want to add crystals, candles, feathers, flowers, whatever else you're inspired to add to the altar, you can do that. If you would like to purchase one of these altars, you can do so by sending me the $40 through Cash App or Venmo. And it's really important that if you're going to purchase one of these, that I receive your mailing address and your phone number so that when I place the order, it can be sent directly to you. And if for any reason there's an issue and we need to contact you, we can contact you through your phone number. So that is an option for you that Sophia inspired me to share with you. Now, at the end of our retreat that's coming up, we are actually going to be taking a trip from where we're located here in Central Florida, which is Mount Dora, all the way over to the West Coast, Clearwater Beach, to be able to personally engage with Our Lady of Clearwater, who appeared on this bank building in Clearwater. I myself have been there numerous times. It is a phenomenal experience. I can tell you that this appearance of Our Lady is a visceral experience. This photograph of her does not do her justice, because in my experience, the colors that are there are very dynamic. There is an energy that is coming through where they are not like static, like you can see the waves of the energy moving, and the colors that are coming through are definitely higher frequency colors. I know that your eye may pick up on them as being rainbow type colors in terms of the refraction of the light, but I assure you that this is a higher frequency that is not seen in this 3D realm. What we're seeing and perceiving and receiving here with Our Lady. When I was at the seat of Isis in 2019 and was having that multi-dimensional attunement, I was seeing a lot of otherworldly, right, higher frequency colors. And as I was experiencing that, it reminded me of the same kinds of colors and the frequencies of the colors that I have experienced when I've gone to Our Lady of Clearwater. So I'm really super excited about our trip to Clearwater for that. And then on the very last day, the day of when actually Venus rises as the Pisces goddess morning star, we're going to be doing a ceremony to welcome in the Pisces goddess. And we're going to be doing that at a ranch very close to where I live in the town of Sorrento. And it's called Rancho Paraiso de Sorrento. This is the owner of the ranch, Laura, with one of the shires. She's got 2 shires and 2 Pasafinos in the herd. So if you saw the video that I put out yesterday called Evidence for the Awakening of Humanity, you will be aware that we are very much through this entire metamorphic underworld experience under the star influences from the constellation Pegasus, right? The winged horse with the golden mane. So it seemed like an absolute perfect place to have this Pisces goddess ceremony. So we will be going to the ranch to have our ceremony to welcome in the Pisces goddess with the herd present. Laura and her husband will be joining us in the Pisces goddess ceremony. It's going to be an absolute beautiful, beautiful experience. So this whole metamorphic underworld retreat is being sponsored, so to speak, through this creation of Millestra Inspiritus Sanctuary. And again, it's just a beautiful dovetail because we have long been working with the horse wisdom of Epona, the Celtic horse goddess, and it's just been a natural unfolding. What I can tell you, which I probably should have mentioned from the very first slide, is where the name Millestra came from. And that is the merging of the name Millie and Maestra. Millie was the beautiful horse that I sponsored for 2+ years at the Heartland Haven Ranch in Apopka, Florida. She was an exquisite embodiment of Sophia. She still works very, very closely with me. And Maestra is one of the Pasafinos that is at Rancho Paraiso. Maestra is a phenomenally potent alchemical goddess. I mean, working with her has just taken my work with the horses and horse wisdom to a whole another level. So this name, Millestra, came in again as an inspiration from Sophia. Of course, Inspiritus has to do with the breath. I am a certified breath practitioner. There's more beyond that, which I won't go into now, but that's where the name Millestra Inspiritus came from. And you can see in my logo, these two horses actually represent Millie on the left and Maestra on the right, my two girls. So I'm already receiving visions from Sophia around the future for Millestra Inspiritus Sanctuary. And I'd like to share with you some of the aspects of those visions that I'm already receiving. This metamorphic underworld retreat that we're doing next week, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the second one that we've done. I have been doing these metamorphic under retreats in alignment with the very final phase of the Venus synodic cycle, the metamorphic underworld journey. And what Sophia is showing me is that there are a lot more opportunities for doing this kind of alchemical work with all of you. So what I will be offering soon, I cannot give you an exact date now, just know that it is coming. I will be doing retreats for both the Inanna underworld journey of the Venus synodic cycle, which is the second phase, and we'll continue to do them for the metamorphic underworld journey, the fourth and final phase for the Venus synodic cycle. The Mars synodic cycle, 24-month cycle, 6 phases, actually has an underworld phase, an underworld experience as well. So offering retreats for that. And then Mercury. Mercury is a very fast-moving planet. It has a very fast-moving synodic cycle, so much so that unlike the 19-month journey for Venus and the 24-month journey for Mars, we have anywhere from at least 3 to sometimes even 4 Mercury synodic cycles in a calendar year, and each one of those has a Mercury underworld experience known as the Mercury inferior conjunction. And in fact, again, going back to my March Madness video that I put out this week, 2 days after we have the fire ceremony at the metamorphic seed point, we will be experiencing the Mercury inferior conjunction. And that Mercury inferior conjunction, the Sun and Mercury together in the underworld, are actually going to be also conjunct our brand new Pisces goddess, Venus retrograde in this Venus underworld experience. So a lot more opportunities for having these types of alchemical experiences is on the horizon. The other thing that Sophia inspired is I will be creating a foundation. It will be called the Millestra Inspiritus Foundation. And this is to help defer the retreat expenses for the participants. I have people coming all over from the United States. One of them this week is coming from as far away as Washington State. And so people invest considerably in themselves to travel, to come here, to pay for the retreat, to pay for their food while they're here. If we are staying outside of my personal home, to stay, to pay for their room. And so the purpose of the foundation will be to help to defer the costs for room and board for participants coming for these retreats. So that foundation is going to be established this year, 2025. And I'm really super excited about that. And finally, I'm looking to collaborate with at least 2 other local equine organizations that I'm aware of. I've already received visions of that. I've already had an initial discussion with one of them. I will be talking to the other one. And so what we're going to be doing through the Millestra Inspiritus Sanctuary, with the support of the Millestra Inspiritus Foundation, is very, very exciting. A lot of juicy stuff being birthed over the next year or two. So stay tuned for all of that. I again invite you to go to my webpage here to read more about it. So I want to thank you for sticking with me through this. What I will try to, what I am, cancel clear, what I am intending to do, we'll see how it goes. I didn't do this during the first retreat. And I'm feeling like it would be really fun to do it with this retreat, is to maybe be able to take some video footage, during our fire ceremony, perhaps while we're in Clearwater, during our Pisces goddess ceremony, any other, things that we're doing over the week, that I can put up some little brief sharings of so that you can kind of get the feel and the flavor of what we're doing through this retreat coming up next week. So it is my intention. It's a whole new thing for me, so you'll have to bear with me because I don't really have a skill set for it. I'm going to be learning on the fly, and of course, it depends on the comfort of my participants in terms of them being okay with me videoing different aspects and sharing them with you. But I'm really desiring, intending, hoping to be able to be popping up some of those brief video nuggets over the next week. All right, beloveds, thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.